So it's a beautiful morning here in Yellowstone National Park, and I've come out to the edge, on the northern edge, based on a friend telling me that they had heard wolves out here last night. So I came out to see if maybe there had been a kill here in this area, and we're going to do a little tracking. I've found some tracks. We haven't found the wolves yet, but I thought I'd bring you along. You know, what's really interesting is that last night it snowed, and we have maybe a quarter to a half inch of fresh snow on the ground, and so it really gives you a good idea of where these animals have been. So I'm walked up here off the road, and I'm going to show you a little spot where the wolves have been coming down through. So there's an old roadway that used to be here in the park, and you can see the tracks of at least one wolf coming through here. And it goes off up that direction following this old roadbed. So we're basically tracking these animals, and it's the snow that really gives us a great opportunity to see where they've come and how they've been traveling. So I'm going to follow these tracks down this roadbed and see where they go. There's a good chance they have a kill down here, but we have been looking around and we haven't seen it yet, but I wanted to bring you with me to see the tracks and show you where they go. So what's interesting about all of this morning is that I just read an article last night about how between Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, in the last several months, 500 wolves have been killed. Montana recently brought back hunting of wolves. And in fact, one pack on the northern range of Yellowstone National Park has been completely wiped out. So, I don't know. It's a tough situation. So the wolf tracks lead north and then go up into the mountains. And I'm guessing that's where they're at now. We've not been able to find a kill, but I'm guessing it's somewhere up in that area. And we won't be going up into that area because it's off limits. So yeah, just wanted to bring you with me this morning to track these beautiful animals that were persecuted to almost extinction, at least here in the United States. And now they're making a comeback, but they've got a lot of issues that they have to deal with because they're no longer being protected. You can see how big their tracks are. There's my hand. So I got a tip that there's a carcass just down the road a little ways, so we're going to drive down there. And what's interesting is it's right on the edge of Yellowstone National Park, and apparently there's a group of hunters down there just waiting for these animals to cross the park boundary. So let's go take a look.
If we made a mistake.
Well, I think I see the carcass. It's not far off the road, but it looks like it's heavily picked over, and it's right down in the general direction that those tracks were heading earlier. So yeah, there it is. So we're gonna walk out and take a look. It's out here in the open meadow. Looks like it's pretty well picked over. I don't know, it was killed at least a few days ago. I don't know, this doesn't look like it's anything fresh. Maybe some little predators have been on it. So I'm here with my good friend Charlie Summers. Charlie, what do you think? Do you think this is the kill that we've been looking for?
I don't think so. This looks like it's could be 4 or 5 days old, maybe.
And one of the things that is real obvious is that there's no wolf tracks around this carcass. They're all small small predators, which looks like probably either fox or coyote. So that roadbed that we were following earlier is over there, and none of the tracks come over to this carcass. So I think this is just an old carcass that somebody told us they thought this was the carcass that the wolves were feeding on. One of the other things that we've heard is that just down here at the end of the park, along the park border, is a group of hunters that are just waiting for this pack that we saw earlier this morning, or the tracks that we saw of this pack, waiting for them to cross the park boundary. So I'm gonna go down there and just maybe see what's going on. We're told there's a group of hunters down here hoping these wolves come across the park boundary, which, you know, so far the wolves are still up in the park. So this is the edge of the park boundary, and there's a pull out here that people congregate in when they're hunting wolves or hunting bison that come outside the park. And so there we are, there's the park boundary, Yellowstone National Park, and there's our guys.